What's on, ladies and gentlemen? My name's Ross, I like games, and today we've got news of the OP-03 pre-release, and I am delighted. It's happening, ladies and gentlemen. It's happening, and I am loving it. This is awesome. There's a new set, there's a new pre-release. I'm excited, and if I may be so bold as to suggest, I think you should be excited too. This is, of course, the release of OP-03 Pillars of Strength. It's always awkward because the Japanese and English names of sets are never quite the same, so I never quite know what to call them. But now that we've got the pre-release coming and all of that, I think probably try and stick to the English name. And there's a lot to get very excited about, including something that for the second set in a row makes me a little bit sad. So what's going on here are these pre-releases are happening between the 23rd and 29th of June, and I am delighted to say I don't have plans that weekend. Yay! Okay, without context, that might sound a bit weird, but recently, every time something exciting is happening, or every time my kids are invited to a birthday party, and I love going along with them because they're always so happy and excited, I'm always busy, I'm always away that weekend. Not this weekend, ladies and gentlemen, not this weekend. So that's rather lovely. Once again, the promotion is going to be running, and I adore this, that says if you purchase a booster box during the pre-release period, you will receive one additional pre-release pack. Because here's the thing, right? I want to go and buy a box of Pillars of Strength as fast as humanly possible, all right? I want to go and buy that box as fast as I humanly can. So buying it at the pre-release just before the official release, good. Getting an extra pre-release pack at the same time? Like, if they just said, hey, you can buy a booster box during pre-release, I would be delighted. That would be wonderful. But it turns out that's not nice enough. They're also giving us an extra pre-release pack. I am down with this, ladies and gentlemen. I am down with this. Incidentally, the official release date for Pillars of Strength is the 30th of June. So this is literally from the weekend before release right up to release. It starts the Friday, I believe, exactly 1 week before release, carries on until the Thursday, and then the following Friday, June the 30th, we have the official release of the set. So, of course, the big question, what's the pre-release promo? You might have been able to guess this one. It's Nefeltari Vivi. And I say you might have been able to guess this one because this was a random alternate art Japanese promo that was released with a magazine that we didn't really know what to do with or where to put it. So putting it as a pre-release promo makes perfect sense. And I should mention, and this is pretty important, this is an alternate art of the vanilla Nefeltari Vivi from Starter Deck 1. Now, I am currently in the process of getting extremely excited about Nefeltari Vivi in OP-04. Yes, I know we're talking about the pre-release for OP-03, and I've now started talking about OP-04, the next set. I'm sorry, it's coming out in Japan like next week, and you know I'm covering the Japanese and English versions of the game at the same time. But we've got the leader Nefeltari Vivi, that for, well, unless you pay 2 Don, can't attack because it's got 5 health. Remember the new rule, if you've got 5 health as a dual colour leader, you can't attack. But once during your turn, you can pay 2 to give one of your characters rush, which is kind of awesome. But then we've also got the secret rare Nefeltari Vivi that gives all of your free cost or higher red characters rush. And I've said this before, when I play card games, no matter what card game it is, Pokemon, One Piece, whatever, I like to play aggressively. I'm a very aggressive card game player. Not in my mannerisms, I'm a very lovely dude. I like to think so anyway. Try to be. What I mean is I like playing aggressively. I want to win the game fast. And to be fair, Battle Spirits is giving me great options. The speed with which I win or lose in Battle Spirits is genuinely impressive. But anyway, that's got me very excited about Nefeltari Vivi, and I've just read the Alabaster run of the manga, so yeah, Nefeltari Vivi promo sounds good to me. It is interesting to note this was a promo in Japan, in an issue of Giga Jump magazine, so yeah, buy Giga Jump, get the alternate art, and now we're getting it as a pre-release promo. Of course, our previous pre-release promo was Smoker, which was a card that was released in a magazine as a magazine promo over in Japan. So that was kind of cool. So, like I say, it's an alternate art of the one from the starter deck. It's a vanilla card, it's not a particularly good card, doesn't see a particular amount of play. If you're excited about this, it's because it's cool alternate art, and the art is a billion times better than the starter deck art, let's be clear, and that's the reason you're excited. Turn up, get a Nefeltari Vivi, job's a good un. Yes, there is obviously a winner's promo, same card, but they fancied it up a little bit. They have basically zoomed in on the artwork, given it a fancier background rather than a plain white background, and then they've gone and added a pre-release winner stamp. This is beautiful. I really like this. If we go back to the OP-02 pre-release, remember there was no OP-01 pre-release, they gave you the same smoker card, just with a stamp. Exact same card, with a stamp. No issues here, smoker's cool. But same card, stamp. What they've done here is they've actually gone and changed the card. Not much, still the same card, still the same art, roughly. But by zooming in and changing the background, they've just made it look different. So it's not just the identical card stamped. I really appreciate that. That's really cool. Remember, the way these are generally run are as 8-person pods, so 1 in 8 people is going to get this. There may be multiple pods at a store. I'm not seeing that on the website, but that's the way Bandai generally tend to run things. But as well as this, you also, when you turn up, you get yourself a pre-release pack. And that is 2 random cards that are stamped with common and uncommon, or 2 common and uncommon stamped with pre-release cards. Now, over in Digimon, they've been doing uncommon and rare. For One Piece, they're doing common and uncommon. I'm going to be honest with you. Before I made this video, I went and started digging through a bunch of Japanese deck lists so I could get a really good sense of which cards from OP-03 are available as pre-release promos that people will want to get at their pre-release. And you know what? Most of them are rare. Most of the good cards in this set are rares. The commons and uncommons, there are far fewer of them. However, there are a bunch that are likely to see a significant amount of play, and these are the cards you should mostly be looking out for when you go to your pre-release. Obviously, I'm using Japanese scans because I don't have English, but these are the cards you really want to be looking out for as pre-release promos. Not intended to be an exhaustive list, but looking at a bunch of Japanese lists, these are the ones that stood out as ones you should be going after. Now, Izzo is a card which a bunch of people are playing. Obviously, it's red, and red is everywhere. But we've seen Izzo show up in Ace decks, in Newgate decks, in Zorro decks. And this is the one where, on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a card with Whitebeard Pirates in its type other than Izzo, add it to your hand. Obviously, in a Whitebeard Pirates deck, this is going to be awesome. And Ace is Whitebeard Pirates, and Newgate is Whitebeard Pirates. You see where we're going with this. Another card which is seen play in red, but not so much in Whitebeard decks, is Buggy. 1 cost 3,000 power, cannot be KO'd when battling slash attribute characters and leaders. Now we can see Buggy is slash. In the top right hand corner, that's what slash is. It's the kanji for cut or slice. And what's interesting here, it kind of looks like a car and an axe. So think about the axe going through the car. You really have to squint to make it look like a car and an axe, but it's there. My point is, this is something that hasn't seen a huge amount of relevance in the game so far, but this Buggy is seeing a bunch of play. Lovely artwork too. Also on play, look at the top 5 cards of your deck, reveal a red event card, add it to your hand, place the rest at the bottom of your deck in any order. So very good for searching out your event cards. That's kind of cool. Over in yellow, there's really one card that I've seen popping up in a bunch of deck lists. It is your Shirahoshi, and that is when you play, you draw free trash 2. But it's also got a trigger that lets you play it for free, and it's not great draw per se, because you're only getting a +1, but it is good in terms of cycling through and seeing more cards. There are then a bunch of blue cards that have seen play in some Nami decks. Only really Nami decks. That's what the kind of good blue decks are at the moment. But there are a few of them out there. So Usopp's Rubber Band of Doom. Counter gives your leader or one of your characters 2,000 power. And then you can trash the top card of your deck. but as a trigger, you draw one and trash the top card of your deck. Remember, Nami decks try to win by running their deck out of cards, so clearly this is a very good thing. Sanji's Pilaf, 3-cost card, just lets you draw 2, and as a trigger, lets you draw 2. Again, it's digging through your deck faster, that's a good thing. And Gum Gum Giant Gavel, 1-cost card. It's got a counter that lets you trash a card from your hand, and up to one of your leaders gains 4,000 power for the turn. Then trash the top 2 cards of your deck. And as a trigger, you return a character of a cost of 4 or less to its owner's hand. So you can see they're all there to basically help you mill cards from your deck. For me personally, there is one card I desperately want stamped with the pre-release stamp, Boodle. And the reason I want Boodle is because this is the card that has Shoo Shoo on it. Now, if there are other cards that have got Shoo Shoo on that I've missed, please let me know in the comment section. But as far as I'm aware, this is the only one I've seen that's got Shoo Shoo on. It's a 2-cost card that's got no power but blocker, and on KO you trash the top card of your deck. It's fine, but I just really want the only card with Shoo Shoo with the stamped pre-release on it, honestly. And if anybody watching this goes to their pre-release and gets this card with the pre-release stamp, hit me up, ladies and gentlemen. We'll make a trade. It'll be awesome. So there you go. That's the news. That's what's going on. And now it's over to you guys. Let me know which cards you're after from the pre-release. Let me know if you're happy about the choice of pre-release promo. Tell me what you think about the fancying up of the winners promo. Go nuts in the comment section, but be nice. And then make sure you like this video, subscribe to this channel, follow me on Twitter at @TheWasi. That's where we talk about One Piece and card games and all kinds of fun things. And please do consider checking out patreon.com/PTCG Radio, where you can support the channel, get some bonus podcasts, join a Discord, and all kinds of fun things. But by far, the most important thing as always, look after yourselves till next time, would ya? Thank you very much for watching. My name's Ross, and you've been watching Wasi Plays.